the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the most. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the respectfully. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the most. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the respectfully. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host with the host with the energy. It's the host. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Speak Freely. Yes, it's your girl, the host with the most energy, Native Boss. And if you don't know me by now, guess what? Tune in so you can get to know me. My real name is Ernasia Woods. I want to go say that once. So if you ain't catching for this first episode, then I don't know what to tell you. I definitely want to give a big shout out to our Black media. Big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to Julius Hall for being the man behind the scenes that's doing a whole lot and getting a whole lot of green, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we here definitely speak freely. Well, I'm here. I don't have my no special guest or anything right now. Jumping into the first episode, you get a feel of me, you get a feel of my mind, you get a feel just to kind of unwind and vibe with me, of course, and whatnot. Big shout out to Soul Tribe though. Yeah, we about to just like vibe out for today. I'm definitely gonna really just speak my mind and just kind of like just get a feel of what I'm doing and what I'll be tapping into with this platform right now. Speak Freely is definitely a space for me just to speak for, not necessarily speak for everybody, but just have that voice. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that I really say, most of the time, a lot of people be wanting to say it, but they don't say it. So listen, I'm speaking for you. So speak freely at all times when you're with me. Anytime. Listen, don't hold nothing back. That's how the way I feel. Agree to disagree. Definitely having this platform to just really like most of the time we actually like put on this armor, whereas it's like, hey, you can't really just go out in the world and just really be yourself. No, you have to tap in with yourself, with your inner self, and really be yourself and don't hold nothing back from the world and from who you really are. But you have to really be in that space to know who you really are, to be who you really are, if you know what I mean. I do have various topics that I will jump into down the line when special guests come on. And even today, I am going to like use my jar. I'm going to use my jar that I have with my topics and jump into different topics. Well, I'm going to grab one little note that I have in there and see what I pull out. And then when I pull that out, then we'll just kind of like flow from whatever it is that I pull out first in the topic. And I'll just give you my perspective on that, life experience, things in that sort. I might bust a little rhyme or two, whatever, freestyle for you. You never know. It depends on how the way this flow and go, you know. But jumping right into it, though, for me, I am from Brooklyn, New York. I'm not going to say my age. Listen, if you could guess it, then, you know, I'll tell you if you're right or you're wrong. Or could you be closer? Could you be, you know, and whatnot. I do have 4 children. All boys. Shout out to boys' mom. Motherhood is serious. That is something that we'll tap into later down the line and definitely get different insight from other women beside myself as what it is to being a mother, because it's a really it's a serious job. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to all the women in the world, especially Black women, because it is Black Women History Month. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. That's real talk on that. We definitely touch bases on that a little bit, but it's just really like breaking the ice, you know, at this moment in time. First episode, tuning in, scratching the surface and whatnot, you know, not trying to do too much, but doing enough because I'm here and I'm speaking freely, you know, as I should. But just even speaking freely, it's just like being yourself and just like being free and not really caring, like the opinions of others just don't factor in. It's like, why should it? Come on, I gotta be myself at all times. I don't want to be like you. You don't need to be like me. So I can stand alone, 10 toes, respectfully. If you ain't know now, respectfully. For real. Um, what I was about to really just jump into and flow. It's just like really just flowing and going. It's crazy. I just mentioned though the scratching the surface because even with this first episode, I'm like, well, I was really big headed in my head, overthinking so much to where it's like, hey, I want this to be this type of way. Hey, I want this to be that type of way. And it's just like, you have to start from somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to start from somewhere. You're looking at this big building. Come on, build the bricks to that building to be big and tall. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to have it, everything all figured out, up front. Everybody that I look into as far as in like that motivates me, that influence me, even with me influencing myself on the daily, just having my daily talks and just doing my own thing to stay in my zone and just seeing where I'm going and whatnot. It's just like they started from somewhere. They didn't just have what you see there. You know what I'm saying? You had this. I'm starting here to get there and knowing where I'm going. Like, and ain't nobody in the way but myself, and I ain't letting nobody hold me back. Thank you. Yeah, I'm here. I'm definitely enjoying this ride though. It's about to be a long one. I ain't getting off no top soda to God say skirt. If you know what I mean though, but for real. This is just amazing though. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, grateful, very thankful, very humble. Look, I'm over here stumbling over my words. Wow, come on. It's like, come on, all eyes on me. That's why. It's just like one of those moments though. But yeah, very grateful, very thankful. Definitely for Mr. Hall though, because it's just like the opportunity to be able just to have that voice and really connect and kind of, just to get that perspective, my perspective, instead of just having them conversations just with my homegirls or just anybody that I come across, I'm able to just spread it to the world, just stand alone and just tune in with anybody that's actually just watching or anybody that I would like to bring along to interview them and just kind of like vibe out in our own way to kind of hear our point of view on things and life experiences to connect and to help the next person that's tuning in that may be going through something that we're talking about to where it's just like bing bong, that just hit. I am gonna do it now though and pull a topic out to see, just to see what I'll pull out though. Let me just see what I made for everybody here. Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them. Right. Everything orange for this energy right here. You heard? Everything orange. And what I pulled out, I don't know if y'all can see, but self-love. Self-love is real. How you expect somebody really to love you if you don't love yourself? Think about it. I'm gonna let you. Let me sip my water. Let me sip my water. But how you expect somebody to love you and you don't love yourself? Let's be real. You can't. It's just honestly, in my opinion, it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way you can't love everything about you, from the top of your head to the sole of your feet, that everything that you done been through, that everything that you have going on, from your body, every single thing about you. You can't love every inch on that, but you expect the next person to love you? How could they? You don't even love yourself enough. You don't even love yourself enough. 2021 actually was a year that I literally learned self-love in a capacity that I never thought that I could really even love myself. Like, it's like, whew, breathtaking. Like, it's just like, wow, like I could love me this much. I always loved me for who I am, but I'm talking about love and accept everything about me to where you don't care nothing about any opinions, how the way somebody look at you, how the way somebody feel about you. Like, I never had that, but now, what? You can't tell me nothing, okay? You can't tell me nothing. And I just feel like anybody that I come across, if you don't love yourself to that extent or even higher, it's just like, I'm going to try to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to pull it out of you or pour it into you, actually. But if you don't get it, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what this. I don't know what to say, because self-love is very important. That helps you. That helps you function. That helps you feel very confident in everything that you're doing. Like it sets the tone for everything in your life. You have to love you first. You have to love you first. You have to love you first. Like it's just in sync. You know what I'm saying? From the moment that you wake up, from the moment that you just look at yourself in the mirror, yeah, you accepting this, you got this going on, but at the same time, you have your moments of where you say your prayers, you're doing what you got to do, but I love me. Okay, I don't care what nobody else may say. I don't care what nobody else may do. I don't care what nobody else may feel when it predicates to me, but I love me for me. And that's okay. I have been told numerous of times, she's this, that, and the third, because my voice projects to be so loud. But no, I am who I am. I'm authentic. Okay, I'm a strong Black woman. That's who I am. I'm somebody that you're looking into, that you really want to have the confidence that I have to be. But it's okay, respectfully, do what you got to do. But the thing about it, I'm trying to pour into you, and you study trying to throw a little jab of negativity. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. But the most important thing for that topic right there, though, for real, is really knowing. But some people don't even know how to love themselves, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people really don't know how to love themselves. To knowing that is okay. Because I didn't know how to love myself again to this capacity of what I feel like. It's just like I had to learn and really accept a lot of things. When I say accept a lot of things, accept a lot of things. And those opinions, I'm not gonna lie, you can't let that factor in your self-love. You can't. If not, you will never really blossom and flourish to the person that you're supposed to be and shed those layers of yourself to be who you are. It's important. It's extremely important. Like, you have to love yourself. Love yourself first. And at the same time, why would I want to love you? You know what I'm saying? I could love things about you, but why would I want to love you? Like, and you don't have that. Like, it's not cool. But being with me, rocking with me, vibing with me, you're gonna learn to love you respectfully. Like, you gonna learn and know you gotta love you first. You gotta love you first. You have to. Like, it's extremely, extremely big. It's extremely important. It's a must. It's a must. Self-love is very important, especially in this day and age, especially if anything that you have going on within your life, that self-love, if it don't factor in, you could get distracted. You get what I'm saying? You could kind of get into a space of being depressed. You kind of get into a space to where, like, you don't feel like you're doing the right thing. You have so many questions, second thoughts of yourself and what you got going on, to where it's like that self-love never really factored in the way that it should for you to be able to do what you got to do. So self-love. If you ain't get nothing yet received within what you're seeing right now on Speak Freely, know that loving yourself is extremely important. Extremely important. Saying daily affirmations is something that you can start doing if you haven't started doing that. I know just having just walks around, your area, honestly, even in the park, having a clear mind. It helps you learn to get, deep within yourself, to know who you are, to start loving yourself. Looking back at things, I don't like looking back at anything that have happened in my life, honestly. But if you ever have to, just learning to accept those things for what they are and just focus on where you are in life, to knowing that, hey, I gotta accept and love me for who I am and all that I have going on and all that I am doing and I'm seeking. And like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. If you know what I mean, tap in and say respectfully, for real, one time for the one time. It's only right. If you're wondering why my colors is orange and white, I really don't necessarily like really jumping really get too much on the white part, phrasing with the colors, but the colors is definitely representing my energy for orange. I really never was a favorite color, and the orange was never my favorite color or anything like that, but it really stands out a lot, and it's a color that no one's really you see it, but at the same time, it's like, all right, it's orange. And guess what? Nothing rhymes with orange. I love it though. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, I don't want nothing to rhyme with just listen, I don't want nothing to rhyme with orange at all because it just represents me being different and just being who I truly am, you know? So yeah, orange is just one of those, and just tapping into being a host with the most, but just actually tapping in with being a host. Though I wanted to actually get a color that represents energy in a way that it just stands out in its own way. And I think I really picked a great color. Honestly, I love it. I grew to love it in a way. I never was no orange girl, but hey, it's mine now. So I own it, stand 10 toes on it and whatnot. Self love. Remember, I said I was going to hit you with a little rap and all that. So I'm gonna see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something real quick. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think. Thing. Self love. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can hear that though. Self love. You gotta have that self love. Only just look high above. Come on, yeah, with the doves. Stop playing. We talking self love. Self love is where you gotta be free. But guess what? I'm talking speak freely. Yeah, speak freely. Yeah, vibe with me. Open your mind and watch and see that ain't nobody in the way but you. You know, I'm not, it's a little warm up. It's a little warm up. That ain't crazy. That ain't crazy. I might finish it. I might finish it and whatnot though. But yeah, it was like a sweet feeling moment. Like, you know, it's happening on that. It's happening on that. Yeah, and whatnot. But back to me, like just jumping into hosting with the colors and all that. Um, honestly speaking, last year, I want to say June. Yeah, June. I think I got the date on like June 27th, 2021. I thought to myself probably the week prior that I wanted to do a pop up shop. Anything that I set my mind out to do, I'm doing it. Like anything I set my mind out to do, I'm doing it. If I mention it and I say it, I'm doing it. 10 toes, respectfully, it's straight facts, no cap. At the end of the day, me and God know that. And that's it. Um, but yeah, so I did a pop-up shop and whatnot. Um, it definitely went great. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't really no hookup. It wasn't really no hiccups at all though, to be honest. It was just like a moment of just jumping in, you know, just jumping in, doing something new. Always wanted to do it, but really just sat down and really strategized on like, you know, how can I do this, and you know, just putting it out there, and everybody kind of tuned in. Within 3 days, I had my vendors locked in. I had my DJ. Shout out to DJ A Rob, by the way. He was actually the person that helped me tap into what I'm doing right now because it's so natural, with me honestly just being myself and being a host. Like I don't have to read no manual to do nothing unless it's just, you know, it's unless it's a whole layout plan of like a whole somebody actually, you know, visualizing something that's set out for the event or whatever it is that's going on within the event, for the most part. Then I'm just coming to being myself. Like you gravitate to the host with the most because of the energy speaks for itself, respectfully. There's nothing else to say behind it. But yeah, so with that pop-up shop on the 27th, went in there, shook the room, had everybody, you know, dancing, everybody engaging in what I had going on, what I had to say. Once I grabbed the mic, it's over. I'm not gonna lie, all I need is one mic. All I need is one mic. But yeah, so just shook the room with everybody. Definitely got a good feel. Definitely got a good feel on that because it was just so natural and authentic to where it's just like, wow, like I didn't do much besides danced a lot too. My feet was hurt after, but it wasn't like crazy, you know. It was not crazy, but yeah, after the event, DJ A Rod actually put me to the side and he was just like, yo, Nate, what you doing right now? It was really dope. You know, what you did right now was really dope. You know, you had the whole room moving, whatnot. What you're tapped into, because I'm also a business owner for Maids for Life. Shout out for Maids for Life is definitely under instruction right now. And Maids for Life definitely stands for me and my boys. It's under the instruction, but it's a lot of things that when it comes to business, there's a lot of things that you have to know, that you have to do, and heavy on the marketing. And I'm not a person that just like to put anything out. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's representation of myself, it have to rep me in all right areas. I'm not, I'm just not putting anything else out. So for the most part, it's just kind of on a hold, but it's a lot of things that's still being done. Just guess, most of the time, if they don't see it, they don't think it's going on, but that don't even matter. Back to the pop-up shop, just talking back with him. So he was just like, I think you're in the wrong lane. You need to be on the radio, like you got radio personality, this, that, and the third, whoop de whoop. And I was just like, wow, it's crazy. Then the vendors was coming to me, just saying a lot of, just giving me a lot of good insight on everything. And it just had me just sit back and think like, nah, I need to really take that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing extra that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being me, doing me. But just tapping into where it's just like, this is not just only me doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other people out here doing it too, but they're not going to do it the way I do it. So I'm learning a lot. I'm getting booked for events and all that. And if you haven't tuned into my Instagram, definitely tune into my Instagram _ the host with the most. Definitely tune in and just fill out my energy, fill out my page and whatnot, so you can kind of like get connected with me on another level outside of this platform right here. But yeah, like it's real. I know I'm only going all the way up, and I'm gonna stay up respectfully. Like, oh, okay. Is there a difference between self-love and selfishness? Self-love and selfishness. Sometimes, in my opinion, I feel like, is it a difference? It's given. I can't say. You know how you got the questionnaire just like in the middle? Like, yeah, I'm kind of in the middle on that. In my opinion, you could get selfish with self-love because you give so much love. For me, you give so much love to everybody else, and you don't give enough love to yourself. So from everybody else's perspective, people will think you're being selfish. But how could you really be selfish when you actually need to have time for you to give the love on to everybody else? So I don't. Again, I don't really think it's a difference, but there's nothing wrong with being selfish when it comes to self-love. Like, you have to have self-discipline and know that it's okay, and that comes within balance. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be selfish within moments, to love yourself, because you give so much to everybody else. And everybody ain't gonna do nothing but just take it all in. Oh yes, thank you. But is it being reciprocated? Is it being reciprocated? And if it is, it could be to an extent to where it's just like, nobody's not gonna love the way you love. That's for one. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter who it is. Nobody is going to love to the extent the way you love exactly. It's just not. It's not happening. It's just, in my opinion, it's just not happening. But at the same time, it comes with accepting the reciprocated love that's giving onto you, that you don't give, that you have, giving out to anyone. Because I just feel like love and anything supposed to be reciprocated, energy and all that. But again, back to your question though, self-love and selfishness, I kind of feel like it could go hand in hand. And that's my opinion, agree to disagree. Speak freely though. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel on that? Do you feel otherwise? But again, like I said, like, it's okay to be selfish when it comes to self-love. Like, and nobody shouldn't do nothing but respect that. And if you can't respect that, you really don't respect me, and you really don't love me. You don't love me for real. Because if you love me for real, you would respect for me being selfish within the moment to love me as much as I need to continue to give love onto you. And that's just how the way I feel on that. And again, I would like your feedback for even asking that. And that was a good question. That was a real good question. Thank you, Mr. Small. After I finish loving myself so deeply, would I still have room to love someone else? Yes. 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 Why wouldn't you have so much love within you? You have so much love within you to where you want to pour it into everyone else. Like, you ever had those happy days? Like, happy days where, like, you're just so gloomy, you just like, jeez, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I have so much love into me. I always compliment women, men, anybody. But it's like, when you see something, it's just like, I don't know, like, hypothetically, like this is off the lid. You want to put it on the lid for somebody. You just it's just something that I just feel like when you have so much love within you, it's only right to pour it into the next person. Like you just can't keep that love to yourself. Like, come on, you want to spread it just like positivity. You want to be positive and spread that positivity onto everyone else. But the negative, we all know how the way that goes. I don't even want to touch bases on that because that's going to disturb the vibe and the energy right now in this room. So it's not happening at all. Like we not doing that though. But yeah, when you have that much love within yourself, it's only right to pour it into someone else. That's how I feel, and that's what I do. That's what I do. Like even when the days I don't, I have my everybody have their up and down days though, where it's just like you don't feel all the way there, you know what I'm saying? And when you don't feel there, sometimes it's always someone that comes along the line that pours something into you to kind of get you right, or just get in tune with God, or get in tune with yourself to be like, okay, I got to snap out of this feeling that I'm feeling right now, and you jump back into the groove of things. You jump back into the groove of things, and you will be able to pour that love, or just pour that energy, or that good energy, of course, good energy, good energy, that good energy to the next person, or even just like motivate them in a sense to where, like, you ever had those messages that you have sent to someone, is like, oh, I needed that. God is using me. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I ain't even know it was on my heart to text you or just to tell you, and guess what? And now you receive what you need to receive to do whatever it is that you need to do, or what you have to do, or what was sitting on you to kind of move in a different type of way, or shift that spirit, or whatever it is that you got going on. That's what it really takes. That's what it's about. But pouring that love, it's definitely something that you can do with all that love that you carry within yourself. You already know that. So that was a good one. I really like that though. I like the fact that you're in tune in with me right now. I really appreciate it wholeheartedly. It's real love on that though. I feel the love, I feel the energy. I definitely feel love and energy on that. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all thought about what y'all thought real quick of that freestyle, because I'm feeling something there. I'm feeling something there. I'm feeling something. So, are you romantically in love with someone else, or are you loving yourself now? So I am loving. I love myself in the loving journey, um, of self love, because I have. It's not a master thing. It's the acceptance of me loving everything about me. Like I said, including my flaws and everything else that comes with me, in a space of I'm on a self-love journey, like on a self-love journey to I have reached a certain capacity of self-love for myself, to where, like, I can't dare go back and think or feel the way I once did. So it's not in love with anybody right now besides me, myself, and now it's all I got to the end. And then I found out, okay, ain't no need to cry, okay, because I have my own head. Nah, let me not do that to my best friends out there, but yeah, it's definitely self-love right now. It's definitely heavy on the self-love. Being in love with anybody right now is just not, it's not it. Besides my children, besides my kids, but heavy on it for myself. Heavy on it. Heavy, heavy, heavy. And that just has you tap in and have you in tune with um, who you are, what you have set out to do in this world. It just jumps in within your purpose. That connection with God. Um, Self love just jumps into a lot. It jumps into a lot within you. It really do, and it gets deeper than where I am already within my self love. I know it get deeper, and as I continue to grow each and every day, as I continue to flourish and do what I need to do, it just taps into each level day by day, and unwind more and more and more love that I have within me to pour out to the next person, and to know that they have it within themselves, and tap in not just on the surface of everything, but within the inner view, to know that it's real. It's real. It's real out here. It's really real out here. But I love the questions. I love the fact that y'all tuned in. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, audibly, I'm feeling it though. I like that. Remember, it's the host with the most. If y'all didn't tune in on my Instagram, tune into my Instagram, underscore the host with the most. I do have my business page on Facebook as well, the host with the most on that. So tune in with me. Again, just look out. Just look out for me. I have so much. I have so much that I know that I have to do. I am on a mission. I know God got me on a mission right now. He ain't doing what He's doing right now for me in this hour for no reason. I feel it. I know it. I show it. All that. Like it's just real. It's definitely real. Next week I think I am gonna bring a guest on. I just don't know. I am kind of like indecisive on two people, but y'all stay in tune with that. I'll definitely let y'all know who it is, and probably get like a little mini snippet of that person. But again, I'm kind of like indecisive on two people, and just kind of like get that insight from my perspective and their perspective on things and what they have going on, and whatnot. Definitely tuning into this show, you will be able to anybody that I kind of like get a feel and vibe with. Not necessarily like interviewing, because I'm not gonna ask a whole bunch of questions. It's just more like a regular vibe where you just like just talking about anything, of course having a topic that we'll be discussing, and then just flowing from there. Like let it be so natural. I don't want nothing to where it's just like it's just staged and we just moving and just feeling like robots up here. Nah, just be yourself. That's the main thing. Like be yourself, free your mind, speak your mind, stand 10 toes on what you gotta say, and that's really it. Like, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. Everybody be kind of, oh, you worried about what they gonna say or what they feel, and all that. Nah, speak your mind, say what you gotta say, and that's it. And if nobody don't respect it, then you're not for me. You're not for me at all. I'm getting a little cotton dry. I mean, I ain't got time for the cotton. I ain't got time for the cotton dry mouth though. But it's just so crazy how you really think that you have to have a lot of things to be perfect when you first start out with something. Like that joint just be blowing my mind sometimes. Like even with this, like it's just crazy. When I say I was overthinking this, and it's just like, wow, girl, come on, like you have conversations all the time with people. Like this ain't nothing because people tuned in. No, let them tune in and see what you gotta say. Connect with them on another level. You never know, you might be helping somebody throughout their day. So at the same time, just chill, relax, free my mind, and just be myself at all times. And that's what you gotta do. And if you don't do that, then it's just like, what mask you gotta take off when you get home? At this point, it's given what mask you gotta take off. Because when you up here with me, anybody that I'm just letting anybody know, anybody that's up here with me, if you have to think that you have to wear a mask, and I will see if you wearing a mask, because I will sense that energy, sense that spirit, sense that vibe. If you feel like we have to put a mask on because we're in front of a camera, then you're not gonna be up here. Because until you take that off and leave that at the door, then we can sit down and talk. Because I want you to be as free as possible. That's the moment. That's what's the purpose of speak freely. You know what I'm saying? Like be yourself, be free, and just unwind. Like it's no judgment. Like judging who? God is the only person that supposed to judge, in my opinion. Like the judgments of anybody else is like, have you looked in the mirror? So you never made mistakes. You never did this. You ain't got nothing going on. You ain't recently just this. Oh, this. You know what I'm saying? Just like, come on, don't be that. Don't be that person. But it's easy to be that person, though. It's so funny because it's so easy to be that person. Like you get swamped up. There's so many people over there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people it's a lot of them. You don't want to be one of them. You want to be one of you. And when you're one of you, you just stand out in the crowd like me. And when you stand out, it feels good. But when you stand out and it feels good, you don't want to stand alone. You want to bring people with you. But you have to be mindful. You can't bring everybody with you. But the ones that want to come, they're gonna show you that they want to come. The ones that want to go, they're gonna want to go. And the ones that want to stay, they're gonna be exactly where they at. And that's just that on that. Like it's just real. You know what I'm saying? This is a real world. This is real life. It's a lot. It's a lot though. But just knowing what you're doing in this time of day, knowing who you are, and let everybody know respectfully. Respect who I am. I respect who you are, and just honestly, just don't be a distraction, or just don't be in the way of my mission or what I got set out for me. Don't do that. But I can't interact or let that happen. That predicates to be on, that's set for me. That's set for me, for real. Like that'll listen. You just gotta stay focused. Definitely gotta stay focused, stay in tune, and do what you gotta do for yourself to be where you want to be at. And in order for you to be where you want to be at, just to make sure that you don't necessarily always have to have tunnel vision, because at times you gotta work. You gotta work and kind of like stay focused in this space to where like you don't want to overdo it. But definitely have that tunnel vision and knowing that I know where I'm going. I don't need no distractions, no disturbance, and no type of way to just take me off my path at all. For what? For who? Nah, that's not it. That's not it. I wasn't gonna pull another one out, but I'm thinking I'll pull another one out. Like self love was real though. It definitely touched on something. Definitely touched on something. Let me see though. I'm pull another one out. Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them up. Let's see what we got. Today is a beautiful day though, by the way. It's a real beautiful day. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. Wasn't we just talking about this though? Being you. Being you, man. It's nothing like being you. Yeah, God, I see you moving. I love it. I love it right now. This is amazing. This is meant. But it's nothing like being yourself. It's nothing like being yourself. Like me literally in my head just think, okay, let me sit up. Let me for what? Hey, come on. You gotta accept who you truly are. And I'm not gonna lie, like moments of times though, you do have to present yourself in a certain light, in a certain way, to where somebody know that you're serious, somebody know what you're doing, somebody really believe in what you're doing, and this, that, and the third. But in the same token, you still gotta be you. Don't change me. You know what I'm saying? Don't change me, because if you want to change me, you ain't accept me from the beginning. You ain't accept me from the beginning. So if you ain't accept that, it's like I'm not for you. You're not for me, because you're not letting me be me. You're not letting me speak freely. You're not letting me, that's not cool. In my opinion, that's definitely not cool though. So being you, I really love that. It's the self-love and being you though. That is real right now for the first episode. Shout out to Speak Freely. Shout out to Our Black Media. Oh man, like this is real. I like that. I ain't gonna lie, cheese face OD right now, because I did not think that I would pull those two out. And it's really hit. It's really hit though. But yeah, being you, it's only one of you. It's only one of you. Cannot be duplicated. Even if you got a twin. Even if you got a twin. Okay, you can't be duplicated. Come on, man. It's only one. It's only one. And that's what everybody gravitates to. You know what I'm saying? If it was, just imagine if it was this, everybody on the earth was just like me. It's just like, so what makes you different? No, you blend in like everybody else. No. You just gotta love you, like, and accept you for who you are. And really tap in and knowing who you are. Like, do you know who you are? Do you know what you're capable of? Do you know what you're doing? Like, do you know that? It's just real. Like, just knowing who you really are and accepting everything about you and not thinking about nothing else. And when all that factor in, you're gonna shine bright like a diamond. I'm serious. There's no other way though. They probably not jumping on it or respecting it. But they gonna always respect it. I can't even say not respecting it. They gonna always respect it. But they may not see what you see, or believe what you believe, or see the vision that you have, or feel everybody's not for you, or feel you, on that level of like, okay, I like her, I fought with her, this and the third. Everybody is not for me, and I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be for everybody. And I don't think that anybody in this world want to be for everybody. It's like, why would you? Because it's be one other side. And it's just like, by knowing that, come on, let's be real. You don't got time for that. You know what that come with. So tap in and stay in your lane, and the people that you interact with, the people that you do come across, Not necessarily saying that everybody that you come across is for you, but they came across your path for a reason. With you being you, you know what I'm saying? Speaking freely. I want y'all to understand that and say that. So if you tapped and say speak freely, yeah. But it's definitely heavy on being yourself at all times. Without a doubt. Like no second questioning nothing. Nothing at all. When you walk in the room, be yourself. It ain't nothing nobody can say, nothing nobody can say, do, or what. Because it's only one of you. Only one. Mm. But I would like to get some feedback on like different topics. Other than the two that I just pulled out though, like that y'all definitely would like to hear from my perspective. Going into other episodes that's coming up in the near future. We'll follow up with the next one next Saturday, of course. But like different topics that you would like to hear. Um, I know I'm a fluctuate with when it comes to the interviews from friends to business owners. Some of my friends are business owners actually, but friends, business owner, possibly some more artists. I did interview an artist recently. I think it was about like 3 weeks ago on my Instagram, Big Baby 2X. Shout outs to him though. Um, yeah, so artists, uh, who never know, may have a preacher in here. You never know. But yeah, I'm open to interviewing and connecting and vibing out with anybody. You know, like I just kind of like want to see where your mindset is at. You know, like why you think this way, why you feel that, why what makes you think, what makes you feel or see this in this type of perspective in your point of view. You know, so it's definitely good to kind of unwind and connect with some people on that level because you just never know, and then it may help me be more open-minded than what I'm already am. Again, with no judgment at all whatsoever. Like, be yourself, speak your mind, say what you gotta say, but stand 10 toes on it. Don't go back on it. Ain't no piggybacking on that. Once you said what you said, you said what you said. But say it with an open mind, free mind though. So be free, unwind when you vibe with me on the one time for real. Let's speak freely. So yeah, I definitely want to know. I definitely want to know some topics. Definitely want to know some topics on what y'all feel on that. I was about to jump into. I was thinking honestly about the weather just now because it's a little hot. It's a little hot. Savannah definitely been hot for a couple of days though. I know the rain is coming pretty soon. Who knows? Hopefully I ain't speak it up, but I know the rain is probably coming pretty soon and whatnot. Um yeah, but giving more insight of speak freely. It's just really just a whole vibe though. It's really a whole vibe. It's nothing. It really speaks for itself. Like speak freely is really speaks for itself, but it's just basically just touching on more of a connecting and building a relationship with who's ever tuned into to know that hey, I could tune in with her and I could kind of get that insight or that advice that I need or something that I needed to hear to kind of like have me know and think, dang, I ain't look at it that way. Or hey, like look what Native Boys, look what the host with the most just said. Well, look what the host with the most just said though. Like she just said some real, some real things in the space of where I wasn't thinking like that. One topic I like to hear about, is it okay to date someone 25 years older or younger than you? Okay. 25 years older or younger, you're dragging it. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, wait. I'm just trying to let me process that with my age. You know what I'm saying? Let me just process that real quick. Hmm. Of course, it depends on the age. It depends on the age. And that's in my opinion. I'm a mother first. Um, and we said dating, so I'm looking at everything that you just said within that question. So you said dating. When you say relationship, so dating is, to me, you're seeing that person, not necessarily doing anything else with that person, but you're seeing that person, kind of to get a feel of that person. So it's safe to say, in my opinion, that it might be okay. It might be okay. It might be okay. It's I don't dating is, and we're not talking relationship. I'm gonna say it's okay, but again, it definitely depends on that age. I do have, like we talking. You said 25, younger or older. Like, whoo, it definitely depends on that person though too. Like, especially if you're going younger, if you're not going older, because when I see older, I'm seeing wiser. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody about to be 25 older than me, and you got no antennas up. You just cuckoo like it's, and I'm not talking cuckoo like crazy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you just don't. No. You need to be teaching me a whole lot. If you're dating is a relationship. I don't see dating in a relationship. I don't. I don't view dating in a relationship, because when you're dating, that means, unless it's specified between you and that person that, hey, dating is just me and you, but dating is like you're seeing multiple people, um to your extent, you get what I'm saying, to your extent, to where like you just kind of getting a feel, you know what I'm saying, or what you want to do. But if you're predicating that dating, but you're dating someone 25 and older is okay, and that means relationship in your point of view, um it's still giving okay, for me, but I don't view dating, I just don't view dating as relationship, like, and that's just 100, like, I don't see that. And a relationship is a relationship, dating is dating, you know what I'm saying, and talking is talking. But people don't believe in talking phases with nobody, so some people don't. I'm just saying, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, then say I'm wrong, or you don't feel that way. It's not even me being wrong or right, because mind you, I told you, Speak Freely is not a platform, or where you just saying, where you just pinpointing with somebody right or wrong. No, it's okay. You see it in this way. I see it in this way, and I wonder what you think. What you think? Would you? That's the question. Would you? And we ain't even put the age out of each other, so I just wonder. But again, the older the wiser, the younger, who knows? So, but we talking 25 years, so that's given. Woo, rockabye. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, but it's definitely a good question. Definitely a good question. I appreciate it. Like, just being involved in the tune right now, asking questions right now is definitely, it shows that you tuned in. You tuned in with Speak Freely. You tuned in with the host with the most. And again, if you haven't, and that tuned into my Instagram _ the host with the most, definitely do so now. If you haven't tuned in with Our Black Media, stay tuned in with Our Black Media. We have so much ahead. We have so much ahead. We have so much going on. It's other people on this platform as well. They got some amazing shows. They got some amazing shows and stuff going on. So it's like, just stay involved though, because our Black Media it's about to be on BT. FTV, listen, it's about to be outside. We going all the way up. We going all the way up with this right here. We going all the way up. We going all the way up. For real, for real. It's just, again, heavy on just being yourself, being you. Um, Again, it's just so amazing that Mr. Hall was able to just give this platform out to people that he see, that has a vision, that can do these things, to just have them blossom in their own way, while he sit behind the scenes and just make the green. Hey. But nah, it's all jokes, it's all love, it's all real. Big shout out to Soul Tribe. Again, Speak Freely definitely airs every Saturday at 4 o'clock. And if you don't know, now you know. Tune in for next week. Yep, all that self-love, being you. We talked about all that. You got my perspective. You already know what time it is though, but it's definitely a real one. I'm definitely a real one. You're gonna get more in tune with me and everything I got going on as well. As you continue to stay tuned in with Speak Freely. I am going to have a special guest for the first time next week, Saturday. Who it's going to be? Just watch and see. Okay? Just watch and see who it's going to be. It's going to be very much. This one is about to be going. This one is about to be going because I'm thirsty and I'm hot. But I definitely hope that y'all I definitely hope y'all come back next week though. I'm really appreciative, very appreciative and grateful for those that tuned in and for those that's gonna tune in after live drop and all that. So if you haven't dropped a comment yet, drop a comment later because I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna respond back. And if I don't respond back, our Black Media respond back and may say something and whatnot. But it's definitely real. I'll be wrapping up pretty soon. We spoke about 2 topics. I hope that y'all got the insight from my perspective from it. We gonna see what it hit for. We're gonna see what it hit for next week though with the topics. And definitely you gotta stay in tune with who I'm going to have on. It could be a female, could be a male, could be an honest, could be a business owner, could be my friend. Who knows? But you gotta stay tuned and watch and stay locked in though. So again, if you haven't tuned into my Instagram, tune in _ the host with the most. My business page on Facebook, the host with the most. What is the best way for someone to go about standing firm on their price that they charge for a service? Good question, Chris. Very good question. I want to say the best way for somebody to go about standing firm on their price that what they charge. Your price is your price. Like, let's be real. Your price is your price. It can be moments of time where the opportunity presented themselves and you feel like the money is not the issue far as in the amount that you will be receiving, to where sometimes you may jump into the opportunity and just do it. But when your price is your price, people will pay your price. No questions asked. Like, it's not no negotiating that will really have to go on within that moment because they see what you're doing and your work speaks for itself. So why should I have to negotiate with you for my price? And you know what's up. Everybody else been paying it. So if everybody else been paying it, why should I have to lower my price down for you? But again, it all depends on the opportunity sometimes. But sometimes with the opportunity or who it is, some people tend to negotiate. And I must admit, I've done it before. But where I am, when you book me to host, my price is my price. You get what I'm saying? Like, my price is my price. I'm told it's okay to date people half your age plus 7 years. I'm 68, so 41 is as low as I could date. Laugh. All right, with the 68, doing great with the dating. Okay, I love it. All right, that 41-year-old you want to have fun with. Hellman's and Omar. Miracle Whip. But I was so random throwing it out there. But I'm about to say back to that question though, it's the 68. Oh, you still get add up there. I love it. It's given very much. I kind of really forgot the question, but I just got stuck on the age. And you talk about the lowest you'll go is 41, but if the lowest you'll go is 41 and you still able to have fun, do what you gotta do. I ain't mad at you. But listen, we all need love. We all need to have a good time, you know. But who knows? Who knows? And who knows? It was just so funny who threw that. The mayonnaise out there. That's funny. I think that was cool though, to throw that out randomly. So what are you trying to test and see? When me saying Miracle Whip, what is that? What is that saying? What is that answering? You trying to just scope me out or something? That was funny though and cool. But yeah, before I close out, okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, Before I close out, again, I just want y'all to be prepared and tune in again next week on Speak Freely. Next week, Saturday at 4 p.m. I will be having a special guest. I'm not going to say who it is, but definitely lock in again with me next week. It's definitely been real. I love how the way the first episode go. I feel very proud and I'm very grateful, as I said once before. Big shout out to Our Black Media. Big shout out to me, the host with the most, Soul Tribe, and everybody else that's on this platform. So I'm about to be out of here. Hey. Yes.
like that.